Salutations wet shavers, Spencer here, back for another shave video. Today is going to be another Shavette shave. This one is going to be revisiting the wonderful IBC Shavette, and I have this one in the burgundy color. Really pretty. Hard to see on this camera. The camera's pretty average. Takes awesome pictures. Camera's not great. As you can probably see in there, I have a very long blade in there. That is a Feather Artist Club blade. And that's what makes this Shavette so interesting, is because of the amount of different blades you can fit in it. You can put in a half double-edged blade. You can put in one of these Feather Artist Club Pro blades, and that's the main selling point. And I've seen people put Schick injector blades in here. I wouldn't be willing to try it because those blades are substantially thicker than DE blades. And I just don't feel like this mechanism would be able to hold it tightly. So I mean, even with these blades here, like if you press it down on either side, it sort of moves a little bit. It's not a lot, and especially when you're shaving, it doesn't move at all. I can guarantee you that. I've shaved with this probably 10 times. It's never moved on me once, and it's very noticeable if that does happen. But yeah, so the blades I have in here are the Kai Captain Titan Milds. A lot of people called the Kai Pinks, something like that as well. These are very good, comfortable blades. I have a wine with me here tonight. It's just a cheap blended wine. Gonna be rocking face fat again, using it till it dies, and then I'm gonna go on to the Salt Lake Soaps Attitude, and I'm going to be using that one until it dies, and that one's a full tub, and that has a lot more soap in it. Sorry to bore you guys, but that's just what's going to happen. Speak of the devil, what else is going to bore you? This brush. No, it won't. It's an awesome brush. This is the Kent VS70. I bought this in England on their official site, I think. And from memory, I think it's about £8. And it's too late for this. Kazantzidis, I think I got that right. Shave the Man, Stray Whisker, you guys all know him. He's fantastic. He really highly recommends these. It's a good brush, not perfect, but for the size and the way it feels, it's really good. I'll bash off the negatives straight up. So the wood is not very well coated. It's £8. It's 28 millimeters. It sheds a lot. Once again, it's £8. You can't be expecting, you know, like, say this Abate bore, right? This thing was like $50 Australian, maybe even more than that. This knot is super dense. It's a decent sized knot. It's in a plain handle. It's purple with a gold ring. It looks quite nice. I like it. But this is what? It's a lot more expensive than this brush. And to be honest, I mean, it's nowhere near as soft as the Abate, but a lot of the time when you pick up a board, you just sort of want a nice traditional feel, and this definitely brings it. Alright, and just going to be going the same aftershave, which is this Stray Whisker After Balm. Absolutely awesome, been loving it. I've still been doing the daily shaves, and I don't think I've done a shave on camera with this yet. We've gotten to the ring. It didn't take that long. I sort of forgotten how much I'd actually used this previously, to me just going, right, I'm going to use it until it dies. I'd actually used it quite a bit. These soaps are just incredible. This is the lavender scent. Excuse me. This is the lavender scent. It's really nice. I love it. Funnily enough, what I'm finding though, I've never gotten to bottoms of tubs. But sort of when I got halfway through, the scent really dies off in the tub, and so even on the face as well. I'm not sure whether that's a normal thing. You guys let me know, because I've got no idea. I sort of expect it in the tub, but on the face I feel like it's quite a bit lighter as well. Alright, let's get the shave started. I've had a shower. I washed my face with PAA The Cube, so it's gotten rid of all the oils on my face, all the ones that won't help a shave as much. I've got 1 day's growth. I've still got this trouble spot, but that's alright. Just keep pushing on with it. Alright. We don't even really need to load this super heavy, but I will. This is an awesome brush. I really like this. And if you didn't know as well, I am back at my coffee club job, so I'm back to being a barista again. Just things happening with that a previous job I had. Boss not being amazing, but anyway, yeah, that's all behind. I'm back being a barista, which, in all honesty, guys, you guys know I love my coffee. If you follow me on Instagram, I absolutely love my coffee. I'm addicted to the stuff. I've always had a big passion for coffee. I really think it's something that I need to sort of start pursuing that little bit more. Not so much in a barista sense. I'm thinking a little bit more than that. Maybe going to, I don't know, learning how to roast. I don't know. Or maybe getting into a franchise and, taking a sort of business role. We'll see. Anyway, this is absolutely caked with some gorgeous, gorgeous lather. The brush was quite wet because, as you guys know, I prefer a much wetter lather compared to most people. It gets me, in my opinion, closer shaves to the skin. When the lather isn't as thick, it's creating less friction. It's just using a lot of glide. All right. Wonderful. Man, this stuff is slick, even when there's so much water in there, which is pretty rare for a vegan soap base. IBC feels really nice in the hand. It does feel like an expensive one. Out of all the colors, this isn't my favorite. The burgundy, it's sort of like a dark brown, reddish dark brown. Still quite attractive. It gives it that vintage sort of vibe, which I like. Once again, the Kai Captain Mild's in here. This should be a pretty breezy shave. I haven't used a Feather Artist Club blade in a while, and I also haven't been using Shavettes too much, so please excuse any cuts I make. I gave myself a good one yesterday with that, oh no, was it yesterday? I think it was in an unrecorded shave. I got myself a really good slice there. Just, my technique's terrible at the moment. So just being really slow and gentle. I'm going to take my time, because every time I start picking up the pace, that's when I make an error, because I don't do this enough. Alright, these blades are nowhere near as sharp as a Feather Pro. Meaning it has quite a bit more resistance, but it's still decently smooth. I mean, if I was comparing it to DE's, I don't know. It is lackluster in the sharpness, so we'll see how we go. Might just take me to get used to the razor, as well as take a bit of the coating off. All right. Absolutely no movement in the blade at all. That I pointed out before. What can happen is not happening at all. Alright, another swig. So yeah, it was really good though. My boss at the coffee club always said, look mate, if you're ever struggling for work, you're always welcome back. Just let me know, give me a heads up. I messaged him 2 days ago and he said, alright, start tomorrow. I was like, oh, thanks man. I always try my best to keep really good spirits with bosses that I have. So far, I've only had one not so good one, and that's with that job that I was just at before. Did 8 days work. Only being paid for 3. So owed $1,000. So we'll see. One thing I also forget with shavettes is you can, and especially once you're really used to it, I try not to buff as much over lather because it literally wipes off, well, I mean, this still has really good residual slickness. Not a very good example, but just good practice in my opinion for shavettes to be a lot more careful. The chin area is also quite difficult. Once again, comes down to practice, which I don't give enough time to shavettes. I love shavettes. In my opinion, I would pick, in the long term, shaving with a shavette over a straight razor. Now, Kai has just unfollowed me and just unsubscribed just now. But it's just being able to change the blade, because I've never found a hone that I like. Now I know there's one out there. I know there would be one out there. But I haven't found a hone that works for my skin, and it's been, you know, a bit of a pain in the butt. Yeah, still heaps of residual slickness. This stuff is great. God, Salt Lake soaps. You better be good like this, which from memory it is. It's just as good, if not even a fraction better. I just love with shavettes being able to go, right, I can try like 16,000 different types of blades in this, instead of just going, right, we'll send it to you, try it with this particular stone. Right, that doesn't work, all right, I'll send it back out to you again, spend an extra whatever amount it is for rehoning, which is expensive, to send it back and just hopefully work. Really, really nice. This blade's actually being very, very comfortable right now. Wonderful. Nice and slow. Cool. All right, I'm just going to go very, very slow along here. And I'm not going to even try going across the grain on my lips. I don't even get enough on my lips anyway to even warrant. Alright, that was a sick shave. I really enjoyed that. IBC Shavette, one of the best. If you're just after a really high quality one, don't care about price, because I know that these aren't the cheapest shavettes. They're not insanely expensive. You're not like in the 3 digits or anything, as far as I'm concerned. But for a shave that is quite pricey. But to be able to experiment with different blades, like the Feather Artist Clubs, really good. Instead of just having to pick one or the other, if you're just wanting one that can just do basically everything, pick one of those up. They're really, really nice. The quality is incredible. The service is really good from them too. We're going to be rocking Stray Whisker Afterbalm. Just a little bit. And that Kent VS70 was awesome. Really, really nice brush. Oh, I love this. I've been loving these shaves. Never would have thought I'd be able to stick to products like Face Fat and the Stray Whisker Afterbalm so consistently. And as I wash out the tub, you'll be able to see the insane progress I've made on that ring as well. Look at that. It's disappearing. I don't want it to go. It's the only face fat I have. Awesome, awesome shave. You guys take care. Stay safe. Make sure you guys keep positive and keep smiling. I'll see you guys in the next video. Catch you later.